We are getting started. Let me go ahead and flip my video on as well. So I can get that started. All right. So I'm excited that today we get to do a training. It's, man, I'm looking kind of rough. I get this fuzz off my face. But hey, let me just tell you, we've been working hard today. We've been getting a lot of great stuff from all of you guys. And, you know, we knew coming out that it's a beta, right? So we're going to get to hear a lot of things. We're going to get to see a lot of things. And it's been really, really good. But I think one of the things that we've heard the most about, which is something we expected, was just how do you really use this thing? Like, how do you get the most out of it? And that's what we're going to talk about here tonight. So if you get in and log in, you're going to be able to get to the very first screen inside of RUBI that's just going to welcome you in and let you see everything. Maybe my internet will actually work. That would be great. Let's see. Hopefully they'll let me in. Interesting. Hang on, there we go. Okay. Sorry. So anyway, once you get into it, this is your home screen, and you can do a lot of things from here. In fact, everything comes from here to start, but your main menu at the top, and then your quick start here to get you started, to get your personas made. You can get, you know, down in here as well, but just feel like you get in and you can start to play around with anything. Like, you're not going to break anything by clicking on stuff, so you can get around and start to look around and play around with it. But today we're going to focus on two main pieces. The first one is creating your personas, just how you can do that. And I will tell you that by the end of the week, you're actually going to see a whole different look and feel to Personify. So we've kind of seen some things that we wanted to change, and we've already started to make those changes. So that's exciting. And then the second thing is how to use modules. I think the modules are a really big deal. You know, we are not ChatGPT. I mean, we are a very different type of AI. We are a conversational plus an XO AI. And the XO means it's experience optimized. That these are things that make it easy for you. You don't have to be a prompt engineer to get by with this thing and get good content. So let's go ahead and kind of walk through how to get started on the Personify. So the very first thing, you can hit the quick start here. You can click, you know, the Personify down here, whichever way you want to do it. It'll get it started. Okay, so if you're going to do it without scraping, you have two options up here. You have the objectives and goals. And I don't know why my screen's locking up on the webinar. You're going to go in and put in your objectives and goals. So our goals here at RUBI is to be a leader in XO AI platforms around the world and create adoption for the people who don't have the technical know-how or desire to know-how. And then just going to put a little bit of description about the company, like what it is that you want to do. Well, this will be your product. This will be your company. It could be about you, because you're also making the tone maybe just about you. And so then you can come in and just hit the persona this way. When you're just putting this in, this is the information that is now being calculated to go and create the pieces for the persona. So it won't do any scraping on this part. So here you have Sophia is the name of it, and you can go ahead and change all these if you want to. But you'll look at the profiles, the voices here. You see her voice is knowledgeable, informative, and confident. Her tone is informative, providing invaluable insights and tips. So these are all voices and tones that are being created, and it creates 3 different ones for each persona. Okay, and that's important because you'll choose these later in the process of doing stuff. But see, we take a lot more stuff into it than just the tone. We're looking at the demographic of Sophia, right? And you can create as many of these as you want. So you might have 5 or 6 different personas that you're trying to reach and go, and it will just keep doing multiple ones. But, you know, it's single, bachelor's degree, income levels high, urban, life location. And then I like these two. These are the 2 of the most important ones for me. Motivation. What's going to make them make a decision? What makes them move? And then media consumption. Where do they get it? Because now I know where to go and put it in front of them. Values is also very important. So, I mean, it just gets all this stuff. And then what we do is we take all of this and Personify, and we package it into creating the correct audience that you're speaking to when this is attached and used. So that's Personify. Okay, so now we've got our Sophia. She's made, and we've got a bunch more in my accounts anyway. So let's go to modules. Modules is where you see all the pre-built prompts for you. Okay, everything is already done for you in these prompts. So if you go to business, you're going to see anything that deals with business in here, and you can just keep scrolling to the side to do this. You can also go up and just search for them. So if you want something to do with Google, you can push in Google and it'll pull up all the different things that are dealing with Google. Okay, so you can do those things. You are going to see some things show up in multiple collections, right? So Google Ad subscription is great for a business, but it's also a marketing tool. So just so you might see it in a couple places, it's the exact same. It's just a way for classifying it to see something different. So that's kind of where everything is. You can see the social media ones that are in here, and you can kind of search through those as well. Now, when you find something that you like and you just want to do it, like this Instagram post generator, just click on the plus button right here, and that will actually load it right into the create content. And you don't have to do anything else for it. Why am I think the screen is messing it up. But what's it doing? One second. Hey, Corey, are you able to hear me okay? My internet having problems?
No, I can hear you just fine.
Okay. All right, so let's go down here. Social media. Let's go find the one we want, and we'll load it up. Okay, so now I'm able to load it right into the content, create content generator. And when you're over here, you'll see that there's two halves to the screen. There's a composer side. This is where everything stays here. No matter what you do on the left, how many modules you bring in, this stuff will always stay on the left-hand side. On the right, you can put as many modules as you want. So you don't have to go to the modules to find it. You can actually, come straight to the create content and hit add new module. It'll open up the modules drawer. And here you can also see all the different modules that we have that you want to choose from. And you can click it and just load it as well. Now you can have multiple modules going in at the exact same time. So I'm going to do an Instagram post generator real quick for you, but I'm also going to do a couple of them that I think are good for you to start building your business on, and starting to understand how to go and use this to further your business, whether it be your network marketing business or a traditional business. It really doesn't make a bit of difference, but let's kind of go with this Instagram. Let me pull this in first. I'm going to pull in a competitor strengths and analysis. We're going to do this one first. This is our Instagram post generator. It's just going to ask you for a topic. So everything I'm going to do today is just going to be based on Ruby. So we'll do AI content creation. Okay, and then we're just going to run it. Now, the advanced settings, you can choose to use that. It's not required to do anything. And really for Instagram post generator, I actually want to pull a persona in, right? So I have my stuff here. I'm going to actually go up to the global composition settings. I'm going to find my persona. So Sophia's right here. I'm going to find the voices. So these are the voices that we just created for her. So I'm going to use knowledgeable and informative, and I'm going to find my tone for it as well, empathetic and understanding. And you can choose a different language. I can say that this isn't connected yet. It will be connected when we come up on Friday. With the new deployments. So you'll have the language, and these are the languages that we are servicing the first, okay? From English, you can read all of them that are here, but these are the ones that will be able to be just chosen, and it will put that content into that language. So especially here in the US, if you're wanting to do one in Spanish and one in English, it's just as easy as running the same module separate time and choosing a different language, right? So let's go ahead and hit generate down here, and this is going to actually go out, take this AI content creation in Instagram post generator. It's going to go and create a post, and you don't have to do much more than that. So you don't have to have any prompting skills. You don't have to know anything about that to get it to happen, right? And now you're going to see that it's created it down here. You can pull down this little bottom in the right down here, and it will stretch out the drawer. But you can sit here and scroll and read it. So this is the AI generated post. I like to just copy them and move them up here to the composer so I can actually see them, right? So just by copying and pasting, I can copy here and just paste it into the composer anywhere I want. Now I can, I'm going to make it so you can see it a little bit better. Now I can read it, and I can go in and I can change it. I can edit it. I can do whatever I want to go and play with these. If I don't like, certain hashtags or whatever, I can go find new hashtags, right? And you can find new hashtags by not going out and just redoing them. You can literally go in and add a module to find those hashtags, right? So we have a hashtag. Let's see if we can find it here. I'll go up and just search it. There it is, hashtag generator. Okay, I'm going to use the social media hashtag generator. And so now I'm going to pull it down. I'm going to see what I have there. So I'm going to describe my market, which we know is going to be AI content. And I'm going to go ahead and hit generate on this one as well. You can see the other ones are still here. It doesn't matter. You can clear them out if you don't want. If you want to, it doesn't matter. But you can hit generate. And now it's going to be looking at the social media hashtag generator to create them for AI content. So I can go in now. I've got my ads being built over here, my posts. And now I'm going to see the hashtags that are going to go with this, right? And I can find out why they're suggested that way. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to actually push this down, and you can do it however you want. You can actually save that and pull it back up. I just like to push it down and paste this back in so I can start to see where I'm going. And so now I'm seeing strategically, why to use these different hashtags. And it'll tell me why: increased discoverability, targeted audience engagement, community building, trend participation, and brand recognition. So these are the reasons why I want to use hashtags, and here are 5 hashtags that fit into what I'm going to do. Now, we are going to continue to use our personas, right, as we go through this. Now, I don't really care about changing. I kind of like the ones that we have down here. And so I have all these different posts that I can go ahead and take out and put them in, and they're ready to go based upon the information that I gave it. And you can always tweak them if you want to do something different. But this is a fast way to get things made, put them into the right content and into the right voice and tone that you're wanting to hit them to, and you're done, and you can post them up there. Now, anything that, by the way, that you do over here in the composer, you can save. So if we sit here and say Instapost, that's going to go into the saved content. And then if you go into your saved content, all of your saved content is actually saved right here, and it doesn't really matter what it is. So here's my Instaposts. I always have action to pull those back up and view them. I can pull them down and read them. I can also copy it and take it back over to the create content if I need to. So one of the things I run is I ran a Ruby description. So I'm going to look at that because this is actually what I'm going to be pasting in for learning more about Rubies in the market. So from here, I'm just going to copy this so I have it, and I'm going to jump back into our create content. And this time I'm going to go over and I'm going to add my strategic competitor analysis. Because what I wanted to do is I want to go find who my competitors are. So if you're looking at your business, even if you're doing a network marketing business and you have products and they're competitive products to other companies, you want to be able to find out what separates you and find out what you can use to go out and compete. Like, what is the things that you actually talk about to actually compete? And that's what the competitor and strengths analysis will do. Is it's going to help identify your products and your competitors, right? So let's go ahead and put this in. RUBI AI is going to be our product, and I'm going to paste in that description of Ruby. I'm not going to do anything with that. And I'm going to hit generate. So now I'm looking for this to generate 3 competing products or companies that are directly in competing with Ruby right now. And so this was going to show me what those companies are, but it's also going to tell me the best way I can compete against those companies. So I'm going to paste it up here so we can all read it as we go through it. But this is really important. Like, when I ran the ad agency side, I mean, we would spend days trying to figure all this stuff out, and now I can literally find it in seconds, and it's amazing what we find. So here we have a little bit about this stuff. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually put a persona to this too when I run it. So I'm going to put small business owners so that I can get a little bit more clarity on this. So I'm going to run it again. So every time it runs, it'll just put it back over the top of whatever is already here. So it's just rerunning over the top of it. Clear this out why it does that. Okay, so now I've got this and paste it back up here. Okay. Make it easy for you to read. All right, so now I've got a good strength and analysis about who I'm going for, what we're going to be going against. Content bot is one that they're showing here. AI writer, copy AI. So these are the three different competitors that they pulled out that we're looking at. But if you look past that and you start getting into the details of it, they offer a similar AI-driven content generation solution, but it lacks comprehensive microservices offered by RUBI AI. While Content Bot may be suitable for basic content needs, RUBI AI's personify, spy, and extract features provide a more robust and tailored experience for users. That's what I'm going to use when I go and compete head-to-head with them. It's telling me the strategy and the advantages so that I now know how to go and market directly in against Content Bot. Same thing with AI Writer. So it's giving me a little bit more stuff. So potential plagiarism issues I want to be able to do. I can get well-written product. Same with Copy AI. So it's giving you exactly what it is to give you an edge over the top of the competitors. And it does it in seconds. So now if I want to go and create an ad to go compete against Content Bot, I know that the most important thing for me to do is to find their target audience, right? Find Content Bot's target audience. And then I want to go and find where they're putting their ads and go right in front of them. But this time I want to put what's actually separating us. And that's just found out in seconds. Like it's just that easy to find it in the modules. You didn't have to write the prompt. You didn't have to try to go and find the prompt engineering to figure it all out. You literally just put in a little description about you and the company and the product name. And it gives you all of this information. Guys, there are hundreds and hundreds of these, and we'll keep loading them in. One of the things that we will be doing here is every 2 weeks, we have what we call a collection drop. And so every 2 weeks we'll have a collection drop, and we'll be able to pull that back in. And I think what I'll do is I'll probably do those on Tuesday, just to give you something, as an excitement to go and help close your business week out too. If you're wanting to close your week, it helps give you some ideas of people you can call and say, hey, there's some new AI modules that you need to take a look at. But they're going to be product or service specific. And so that it's very niche oriented on those drops, and it will just continually expand every couple of weeks, the breadth of what we actually have in our modules. But for the next week or so, we're just going to continue to keep adding and adding and adding. And so I think we're at about just under 100 right now that are in here. And there's a lot of them that will be coming, but just even looking at stuff like writing, just simple writing stuff, you'll find huge help in any of this stuff. But you can go through and pull up any of them that you want, find YouTube video titles, video descriptions, tutorial. Here's a tutorial video script generator. So if you wanted to write a tutorial let's say on AI, right? So we'll say AI content creation. And the goal is to, let's say, get followers. It would be my goal. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to run it and see what we end up with. And then you can also save all this. So I have all this sitting here in the product analysis. I might want to go ahead and save that because now I can, see who I'm competing with. And you can also rerun this again because you might get 3 new different competitors that you're going to go targeting after. And then you can actually even fine tune it even further as you go down. When you're running these analysis, it only is going to be as great as the information that you're putting into it as well. So, you can try several different topics and see if you get better results or lesser results, whatever it is. But you know what, let me pull this up here. I'm going to go ahead and delete this on this side. Paste it up here. Okay, so here is the script that was over there. I'm going to turn it white so you can see it. So AI content creation, boost your YouTube channel with engaging content, and it's going to go right through what you're saying. This is your script, And this is the way that you're going to transition. It's, the voice is knowledgeable and informative. That's how it's been written in. And again, you can go in and choose your different ways of styles of seeing how you want to write that by choosing your personas up the top. Okay, so the modules will do a ton of stuff for you guys, and you don't literally have to know how to do the prompting. And so you just get in and you use the modules and you put them together and you're going to create content. Now, one more thing about this content. Yes, you can copy it from here as well and paste it into other programs. You can save it like I showed you, but you also can download it. So if you want to do a quick PDF file and shoot this over to somebody else, you can also do that. Just by clicking the download button, it'll download it. Just hit it out and it's going to send you out all the stuff that you want. So you have it, you're ready to pass it on to whomever needs to have that, and you're taking the content outside of RUBI. So this will get you started with a bunch of great stuff on the modules, and you can play with it as much as you possibly want to. But there's a lot of them in there, and you can just keep playing with them and playing with the different personas that you have created and see how that changes things. The voice, the tone, and the audience makes a huge difference in how everything is functioning and in the results that you're getting. And so you can play around with it, and that's kind of how you're going to find even stronger ways to go and take it out to different target markets. And so anyway, that's kind of where I wanted to go today. I am going to jump over here to Q&A and just see what there is to do with this.